we're back.
Yeah, especially you, George. You're quite busy these days.
I'm extremely busy,
Yeah,
Peter.
that's right. Yeah, in fact, I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to start calling him a California kid. You've been traipsing back and forth to California?
Well, I've been out there one time. Went out to the Twitch studios here for the grand opening a few weeks back, and I brought a little footage back to show y'all. And I met Randy, K7AGE.
Here is
Well, to Amateur Logic.
fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, long time. Come a long distance. And welcome to California and to Petaluma and Leo's toy room here.
Well, isn't it great?
Yeah.
I've got an email here from Tom, N2BEW, and Tom writes, I really enjoy your broadcast. I just discovered your show on YouTube about a month ago, and I'm going through the process of downloading and viewing them all right now in the highest quality from the website. Absolutely excellent job by everyone in the show, and as well as the editing on it. They're all very well done. I saw in one of your shows where you mentioned you wanted to have other amateurs contribute content. You probably are already aware of his videos, but I would like to suggest Randy, K7AGE, who broadcasts amateur radio videos on YouTube, as someone who'd make a great guest on the show. Well, just as a happy coincidence, I ran into Randy a few weeks ago.
All right.
Randy, we've enjoyed seeing your videos on the internet.
Well, I've enjoyed yours as well. So it's like we've, have talked about getting together, and here we are in Petaluma, California, at Leo's studio. And I'm about a 2.5-hour drive away, and you spent all day.
Yeah, I got up like 4:45 this morning, Central Time.
Yeah. So to come out here for this Geek Fest.
Yeah.
So that's great. It's great to see you.
Great studio here, isn't it?
Yeah, we're using one of the sets and the lights that are on here, so it hopefully making pretty pictures.
Well, I had a few questions here that I wanted to ask you that some of our viewers might be interested in. Just how old were you when you got into ham radio?
I kind of try and remember that. It was probably like a sophomore in high school, so that would be maybe 15, 16, something like that. And I got my novice. My dad was a ham, so he had the station, and I just through osmosis, picked up all the radio stuff. And I had my novice. He had a Johnson Invader 200, which I could not use because it was VFO, and back then you had to have crystal controlled in 75 watts. So I bought one of these Amico AT1s, I believe it is. It's a little like 5 watt, 10 watt.
Yeah.
They sold for like $14.95. Today they go for what, $200-$300 on eBay. I think I probably threw it out. And then I think I moved on to like something like a DX40.
Yeah.
And then it expired and it ran out. And I didn't get my general until about probably my first or second year of college. And then I was into the 2-meter FM craze back in the early 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, that came on pretty strong.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun back then, running the radio head in a car had 26 tubes, and I had it on 2 channels.
And how long would your car battery last?
Not long.
Well, we've seen you work a lot of PSK 31 on YouTube. What's your favorite mode?
It's kind of hard to say. I'm not really active a whole lot. So I get on 75 with some locals in Northern California and also Nevada, Saturday and Sunday mornings. Most of those guys are all retired, so it's kind of a gang there. With summers, kind of a hard time. Really don't get on much. In the winter, I will start getting on more. I like to get on with PSK, and within about 2 or 3 QSOs, the person I'm chatting with says, "Oh, I've seen your videos," or "I've gotten on PSK from it," and such. So I do a lot of listening with JT65. If I'm out and about, I'll leave the radio on 14230 and just capture slow scan pictures during the day.
Yeah.
I've run the radio in whisper mode when I'm not around, and then come back later and see what the propagation looks like. So I kind of fool with a lot of different stuff, but I'm not on like 75 every night or 20 every Saturday afternoon and such. So,
what's your favorite band, would you say?
If you're going after DX20 is kind of the best all-around band. it's fun to work the DX, see it show up on the spot, and go after it and stuff.
So what do you do for a living?
I work for a broadcast equipment manufacturer up in Grass Valley, and it's Miranda. It's a Montreal-based company. They bought the company in Grass Valley, and we build video and audio routing switchers for the broadcast world.
Okay, now we used to use Grass Valley equipment when I worked in television years ago. This is not an offshoot of that company, is
Yes,
it?
it is.
It is, okay.
There's probably maybe 20 companies in the Grass Valley area, which are all offshoots from the Grass Valley group. During its peak, they probably had 1,300 employees there, and now I'm not sure if they're in the 300 range.
Yeah.
So I worked there for 22 years.
Wow. So what do you actually do there?
I'm a pre-sales engineering person, so I work on the proposals and quotes, supporting our sales staff and dealers worldwide, basically.
So I guess with HD in the last few years, that's kept you busy.
Yeah, very busy, and now we're doing some neat things with audio, because a lot of the digital video has the audio embedded in, so we don't need separate wiring. Well, now we have switches. We can take all the audio out and switch it independently, which is very popular in production and also in trucks for doing broadcasts. So that's what I do during the day.
So is that what you've always done? I mean, as far as a job, or have you worked in other fields?
It's always been broadcasting. I worked in college studios. I went to RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology, and worked in the TV studio there. Ended up full-time student, then turned into full-time working and taking classes at night. That's one of the things with ham radio, taking the engineering classes. I'd be in the class and go, oh, that's kind of neat, because at home at night I was building a repeater controller. I was etching boards and the logic courses and stuff. I could really tie it together, and that's a perfect thing for engineering students to get their ham tickets, because it gives them a chance to take an experiment and play at home and kind of put a real world to the theory.
Yeah, so we got kind of similar backgrounds, and you worked on, I guess, you worked on the stations themselves, but
Right.
You worked in equipment manufacturing as well, and I've worked at radio and television stations all my life, and I work for an equipment manufacturer now. So
I started off as a field service guy, working on the switchers all over the world, moved into the design. We worked on the Model 100 and 200 production switchers. I worked in a group that was doing a desktop editing project that never came to life, moved into a systems group where we did large routing and large file server type systems, and now I've just kind of stayed with the routing stuff.
yeah. Are there any particular events you like to work on ham radio? Any particular time of the year that there's something going on that catches your fancy?
I've done a few of the teletype contests. They're a lot of fun, but it takes the whole weekend. It's 48 hours. You start 4 o'clock Friday afternoon or something, and it just totally wipes that out. I kind of like working some of the special event stations, because they're on for many different things, and they typically have a real nice card or a certificate that you can mail in and get. So that makes for nice wallpaper.
Yeah, there's a special event station going on behind us over here now.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the club call letters that they're using over there.
W6KB.
That's right,
Yeah.
W6KB, and I'm not sure
In fact,
Leo's working. I heard him over there a while ago.
Yeah, it looks like I see Bob on there right now, and looks like they're on 40. There was an awful high noise level here in this building, so it wiped
noticed
out
that.
20 today. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they'd be better off with some loops up there.
Yeah, maybe. And I mentioned to Gordon, maybe PSK 31 would have worked today.
Oh, yeah, I bet it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to get Leo on PSK 31.
Well, when can we expect the next video out from K7AGE?
Hopefully in the next few days.
So it may already be out, guys.
Before we're watching this.
Because it'll probably be a few weeks before this is out. So go look up Randy, K7AGE, on YouTube.
Yes.
He's got, how many videos do you have?
I think there's
on
about
there?
54.
Wow.
Tomorrow, Sunday, is my 5th anniversary of posting, so I want to do a follow-on to my first. So that's tomorrow's project. My wife is out of town, so I can monkey around with radio and video the entire day.
Well, that's great. We like to do that too when the wife's out of town.
Right.
And
Right, none of the chores get done. The lawn won't get mowed. Oh well.
yeah. Well, Randy, we're a fan. We've
Okay.
enjoyed watching you
I've
for
enjoyed
5
watching
years
yours.
now.
Yeah, it's nice to see you face to face.
Yeah.
Maybe see you at NAB or somewhere.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah,
We'll,
I plan
try
on
to
going
look you
this
up.
year probably on my own, but I'll go Wednesday morning because Wednesday night's the big night.
Yeah.
With the big ham
Yeah.
thing there. In fact, we should get Leo to broadcast from there. I think that
Well,
would be
he did
neat.
last year.
Oh, okay, he did. Okay.
He did, yeah.
Okay.
He actually had a booth there and did some broadcast, and that's kind of, I guess, how Bob hornswoggled him into getting into
okay.
ham radio.
Ah,
He
cool.
came to the
Okay.
ham party and had a lot of fun.
So I plan on being in Vegas for that, hopefully. So, cool.
All right, Randy. We'll
All right.
catch you on YouTube.
You bet.